You know, partner, fantasy football doesn't take into account the guys close to the football, the guys at the line of scrimmage. This is one where our eyes are going to be focused on that battle in the trenches all game long.
Mike, it doesn't matter if it's Pee-wee football, middle school football, or NFL football. You can only do offensively what your offensive line allows you to do. And I think that's exactly the case for both of these teams here today. They are going to win or lose based on the ability of gaining an advantage in the offense and defensive line. So I think we're going to see downhill run game. I think we're going to see play action pass. And the team that's able to impose their will up front along the trenches, I think that's going to be the team that finds himself at the end of this one.
The first play, and he is intercepted. Picked off by the veteran Stephon Gilmore. And the Chargers are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. And he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position. I can promise you that is not how he wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. That's quickly out to Smith. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield. So that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll try it now with Barkley. 1st down and more inside the 15. And he's in. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown Chargers.
You know, Mike, I think we're going to see a lot of this. And you know why? It's the new kickoff rule. So think about it. In the old days, you'd kick a field goal, you'd kick a touchback, and your opponent would have the ball on the 20. You didn't give up as much field position, but you only got 3 points. Nowadays, you go for 3 points and you kick a touchback, they get the ball on the 35. It's almost 30 yards of field position. You're just better off going for touchdowns when you get in here tight.
Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball is going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. We'll go play action with May. A lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Calvin Ridley was the intended receiver, and it'll be 2nd down. Crazy. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. Oh, fine work there defensively. Got that hand in there. That pass is incomplete.
You don't earn the reputation this guy has, Mike, without having some really elite ball skills at your disposal. I mean, he's universally considered one of the best corners in the entire league, and when he makes plays like this, it's pretty easy to see why.
He manages to get the throw away and completes it. So they get 18 on that one. 1st down, Seattle.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important. Like everybody stresses, we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
And he's able to take this for good yardage before sliding and hitting the deck to end the play.
It's 2nd and inches at the 37-yard line.
On play action, here's May. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down. Off the bootleg. Here's May. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work first and 10. They send Ridley in motion. Off the play fake, here's May. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him. Now, Hakeem Muhammad in there for the sack. He forced his way through. A loss of 9. On second down, it's May. Forced out left. That's going to be incomplete. And it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter.
This pass rush is continuing to make their presence felt here in the early going. And for this quarterback, he's lucky to at least get rid of that ball because they were on the verge of recording their second sack, and we're still here in the first quarter.
On third and long, here's May. That's going to be incomplete. And it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation. And this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
And he's going to go down. They get him behind the line. Can't take a sack there. It's a turnover on down. It's the Chargers with the football to begin this second quarter as they are set to start the drive with first and 10. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Throwing on second down. May. And they'll work this close to a first down.
GA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, kickoff moments away. Quickly, what are you watching in this one?
The offensive line for both teams, because both teams have a terrific pass rush. They've got to keep their passers upright If they have a chance to do that, they can both thrive on offense and move the ball down the field.
Set to kick off.
Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
He's taken down.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. There's Griffin to throw. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
That one came up just a little bit short. I'm wondering, is he still a little bit tight as this game starts? What would you say? Maybe he's got to take the governor off of it?
Or maybe the donut off the baseball bat, like the guys in the on-deck circle.
I like that. Yeah, just take that little extra weight off of him and start to play freely.
That is caught. Finding room at midfield. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big play that time on the catch and run. 31 yards. So from Charger territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now he's going to have to eat this one. He's down he goes. That's Cameron Hayward who got in there to take him down. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Let's go now.
To throw is RG3. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Gets this to Ferguson, the tight end. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Anthony Ferguson, 28 yards. And the Chargers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. One after here coming up. Flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
Cameron Dicker to kick off.
So after the touchdown,
Chargers.
here's Dicker out to kick this one off. Now it's a pretty good return here as they get this out to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. Here's May. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. From the 31, here's a 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8 at the 31-yard line.
On the ground, it's a Saquon Barkley. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34. The completion on first didn't get much out of it, and second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
3rd and 5. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Intended for Steve Smith.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field. They'll try and throw forward May. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. That's complete to Sanders. Short completion, just 4 yards. And it'll be second down.
On the pickup. Second down. At the Chargers' 22-yard line.
That's complete to his tight end, Folkser. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
First and goal on the 9-yard line.
And now they'll shift things around. They'll run with Chubb. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Line of scrimmage with 7 now on second and goal.
Brings up second and goal.
Griffin. And a good display of footwork will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a third and goal. Sanders got it for a Charger touchdown. The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Chargers have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0.
Chargers 14. Chargers nothing.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Charger drive about to get going. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Still second quarter, you get points on the board here. You're feeling okay.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
Looking to throw. May. He finds his man complete. That's Hope. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
16 yards. And the Chargers first down.
They'll throw with May. This taken in by Kincaid. That'll give them 8 that time. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
Pickup brings up second and 2 at the 42-yard line.
From the shotgun, May with it. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. 7 yards there and a first down.
Gain of 7. First down, Los Angeles.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. From the shotgun, it's May. He dumps it off to Barkley. So no gain on the play. And it'll be second down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point.
Touchdown!
Hayes pass.
Saquon Barkley, 30 yards. And the Chargers have cut it back within a score.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make our score 14-7.
Chargers 7.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And how about that return? As he's all the way inside the 20-yard line.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
Well, he gave one defender the slip, but others waiting in the wings and dropping him behind the line.
Brings up second.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Play action. Now Griffin. And this is caught. He's got a touchdown. Steve Smith, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Play action right down the middle. And it's now 21-7.
Chargers 21. Chargers 7.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 up to the 33. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something on this drive, at least a field. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Chargers force the turnover.
This is the NFL on EA Sports. We're 10 miles south of downtown L.A. as you get a look inside SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. So good to be with you. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson here. Greg, as we look at this matchup, looking around and hearing this crowd, they're so fired up for this one. What's it like when you come on the road and you've got a hostile environment you need to take care of?
You know, I always liked it. I always thought it added to the element of bringing some energy and bringing some juice, especially in pregame. But once that ball's kicked off, you want to settle this crowd down as fast as you can, especially on offense. Take them out, get them back on their chairs, sitting on their hands. The more energy you give them, the more noise, it does make it a little less efficient to operate, especially on offense. So come out fast, come out furious, and see if you can take this crowd out right from the jump.
He'll get this past 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Ready?
Throwing to begin is Love. Out to his right. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Ball on the 22nd. Here's 2nd down and 6. Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play.
Ready? Great.
From the gun, it's Love. Now, he'll air one out. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast. And tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. Even though the ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds. When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corral them, take them down short of the sticks.
That's taken in, and he will have that 1st down. Taking a chance here early in the game. They convert on 4th down.
Well, you can see the entire sideline and, frankly, the entire fan base kind of holding their breath. That decision on your own side of midfield to go for it on 4th down, had they not gotten it, it's a tough position to put your defense in, but that's a conversation for another day. The offense is going to stay on the field.
Oh, he did all they could to get away, but they're going to catch up to him. It is a big sack.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive. They got there in a hurry, and luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
7th play of this opening drive, and here's 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. And he is going to score. Pick 6 for the touchdown. That is a brutal way to start the game. You're thinking opening drive touchdown. Instead, that 3rd down pick turns into 6, Greg.
Yeah, Mike, and every offense all week works on that opening drive. It's such a critical way to get their players and get their offense settled into this game. And as you said, disastrous start, not only turning the ball over, but allowing the defense to capitalize and take it all the way back.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Now return coming from the 7. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Cut, cut.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. And this is going to be caught, but they say out of bounds. So, incomplete pass.
Jeffrey gets out of the pocket. He does a nice job in scramble drill, finding his receiver along the boundary, and the coverage was really tight, so he's just trying to throw this ball as far out of bounds as I can, but keep it close enough to try to come down with it. So he makes the catch, can't get both feet in bounds, but it's actually a pretty good ball.
Black shot. Black 40. Cut, cut.
Off the play fake. Here's Love. Get about 6 before he's taken down.
They have a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
Here's a 3rd down and 4.
Set. Set.
Love. Open man left side. He's got it. He's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
So just think, I mean, a couple minutes ago, we see a pick 6. I mean, the last thing you want to do is when the next time you step in the huddle is go 3 and out. So that's a big conversion. Now they got to find a way to get some of this momentum back, go down and get some points.
And this is going to be caught, but they say out of bounds. So incomplete pass.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. Give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
Oh, and that one is intercepted by Stephon Gilmore. And he is going to bring this one down. The DB's dream, a pick 6 for touchdown. If you're a Freeway fan, we're just east of the 405, one of the modern jewels of the NFL. Beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. So good to have you on board with us, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here. Greg, you look at the marquee, it's a lot of offensive stars here. I'm looking at the other side. Defenses better show up here if you want to walk out with a win.
Yeah, I think the burden, of course, lies on the players, particularly the players in the secondaries of both of these teams. They're going to have moments where they've got to win one-on-one, as you said, against some of the top offensive skill players in the league. But I also feel like there's a lot on the shoulders of this defensive coordinator. Can you change up coverages, change up looks, make it difficult pre and post-snap, not only on these wide receivers and skill players, but also on the guy with the ball in his hand, calling the shots, playing quarterback.
First carry for Saquon Barkley. And they'll have it across midfield, down the opposing 46-yard line. That one good for a dozen. And a very quick first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Barkley. This time they're ready for it. spotted at the 45. Here's second and 9. Working out of the gun. It's May. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand, get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball, modest gain.
Outside, it's complete. And he's out of bounds inside the 30-yard line.
And the Chargers.
First and 10.
First down. First and 10 at the 29-yard
Here's
line.
May. That's a screen set up for Buckley. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen at the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
Brings up
We
second
call them
and
safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
He'll be taken down after a game time. Third down.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the first down.
Third and short. And that's over the middle and intercepted. And the Patriots are going to get the football here. They force the INT on the game's opening drive.
at their own 23-yard line.
Let's go.
To throw right away. Here's Milroe. They try to set up the screen, but that is going to fall incomplete.
Makes it second and 10 at the 20.
Second and 10. Milroe. He couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. He's going nowhere. Loses yardage on that play.
18-yard line.
Third and long.
Come 19. Come 19. Ready. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Let go.
From the shotgun, it's Milroe. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a second.
Jalen Milroe sack. A loss of 8 yards. Another 3 and out.
Ready, set.
No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for fourth down.
In the day and age in the NFL where teams are taking overly aggressive approaches, I think this decision even takes it to another level, Mike. I mean, to go for it inside your own 10, I love the aggressive nature. I'm just not sure how this is going to play out throughout the rest of the game.
Trying to find a crease in that massive humanity, but he's going to come up short.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, like what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get, the offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
So we've come to the end of a fairly evenly played opening quarter. 0-0 is the score. We're back in Southern California. In a moment, once more from the 2. Third and goal. To throw now. Ned. It is brought in the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and go away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
A return now from the 4. Get across the 20. Mark him at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Now, the former Buckeye, Travion Henderson. Picking it up 3 or maybe 4. Dre Greenlaw is on the track.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 26-yard line.
Play clock down to 0. That's going to be a delay.
Get it. Ready.
Now Milrose. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in.
Milrose.
Get about 6 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 6.
Here's a 3rd down and 4.
Come on, come on. Hit. 60 by 7. Stop the way, people.
Out of the gun. It's Milrose. 2 minutes remaining. First half in a 7-0 game. Greg and I return to SoFi Stadium after a short break. Here's 1st and 10. And some good footwork there. He'll take this forward for a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2.
Here you go.
From the gun, it's Milroe. The reception belongs to Mac Hollins.
Milrose pass.
And they'll take this down inside 35.
A gain of 13
First time they've worked his way tonight.
Patriots first down.
Good time to do it. It's a first down.
77. Warriors 17. Cougar 19.
Throwing is Milroe. Moving outside the pocket and deep to the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. But a penalty flag is down. Let's see who they got.
Nice. Here we go. Here we go. Viking 18. 60 Bison. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
Now some movement up front. Flags down. Mistake-filled first half continues.
Let's go. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
Now it's Milroe. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. Good coverage there in the end zone. That is incomplete. Terrific work to separate the man from the football. And he'll bring up 3rd down.
And their offensive struggles just continue to show up time after time here in this first half. It's going to be hard to sustain drives when you continue to put themselves in holes on these early downs like they did here.
Mustang 19.
Now Milroe facing 3rd and long. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. It'll bring up 4th down.
Get it. 18.
They'll try and throw for it with Milroe. That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on 4th and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away. 1st and 10 now from the 36. They'll start on the ground with Barkley. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. Now the Patriots going to use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number 1.
36-yard line.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Operating from the shotgun. It's May. Nice work after the catch is stopped a little short. Only first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you can see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page, and that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this first half. Third and a yard. From out of the gun, here's May. And that is incomplete.
So here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chain. We want to stay on schedule. This was a third and very reasonable. Incomplete on that third down try. Now brings up fourth and short.
No movement from the punch team. They'll line up to go for it on fourth down. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the Chargers first down. They find a way to keep the drive going with the fourth down conversion.
First down.
Now a timeout Chargers here. That's their second. 46 stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. Throwing now is May. If you get this complete, Nick Westbrook Penis. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. First time he's caught a ball here tonight, and it is good for a first down.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
May gonna look to throw. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they get the timeout.
I should probably sign a hit, boy, because I got all the hits, boy.
Jason Sanders on to try the field goal.
For the field goal.
This, about as short as you can get. Sanders' kick is good. So we're at halftime. Greg and I will be back right after this. It's the National Football League on EA Sports.
Why you all in my face? Taking up all in my face. You should get out of my way. You should get out of my way. Don't tell me what I should do. I'ma do what I want anyway. Don't really care what you think. You should get out of my way. Get your
Jason Sanders
Quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. This one taken at the 7. And he's stopped.
The Patriots
25. The drive will begin there.
At their own 25-yard line.
Okay, break. Ready.
And he'll work forward for about 4. It's second down. Here's Milroe to throw. He's going to look for the home run ball. He's got it. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. A big play and a much-needed one as well. That gains an even 60 yards.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football.
He will take it in himself. Jalen Milroe. Touchdown, New England.
The kicker
for the point after.
extra point.
He's got it. And the Pats are on the board. It's 10-7.
Chargers 10. Patriots 7.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 10. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
right on the side as the eagle comes. Up the top with some wood on my tongue. Be like in, take a breath, and I'm down.
On first and 10, here's May. That's over the middle and intercepted.
That's about as bad as it can possibly get. Like, you're only one play into the drive. You're trying to establish a little early rhythm, get something going, and now you're jogging off the field watching your opponent celebrate in the end zone. So we're going to have to come back out here on offense pretty quickly, regroup, take a deep breath, and try to bounce back.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Couldn't take the chance. They're going to return it from the goal line. Good job in coverage. They're going to get them down short of the 20-yard line.
At their own 18-yard line.
I'll run up the middle with Barkley. And the struggles in the running game continue. They take him down behind the line.
On the tackle.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's second and 11.
At the 16-yard line.
Now May. He'll look underneath here for Barkley. So he's brought down that pass to pick up the 4. Bring up third down.
It's a gain of
So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
Down the field, but it falls incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on third down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on fourth down or simply punt or kick a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
From the 32 now. Here's first and 10.
First down. First and 10 at the 32.
Here's the hand off to Barkley. And that one shut down pretty quickly. They'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
A loss of a
Second
yard.
and
Brings
11.
up second and 11 at the 31-yard line.
Throwing is May.